Hi everyone, how are you doing? You having a good day? I hope you're having an awesome day. Today I'm going to talk about oneness and the attributes that we all have that maybe sometimes freak you out, or you have weird dreams, or you have visions, or you're a channeler and you already know all this, and this maybe will help you have a little bit more words to use when you're helping other people who are waking up. What is waking up? What is the mass awakening and what people are calling disclosure? Disclosure meaning everyone gently being soothed into the awareness that we are eternally visited by higher intelligences. And I'll leave it at that in a very general sense, because when you go much further beyond that, we enter the realm of opinions, which can get a little tricky because everyone has their piece of the pie, from the Bible's perspective, their portion. Jesus leaves his disciples with his peace. Not just his peace of mind, but his portion, which is his peace. What does that mean? Well, in the most straightforward sense, he is the body, right? He tells everyone, take and eat of this. This is my body. Do this in remembrance of me. The me. You have a me. We all have me's now on the Xbox, because the outer world is a reflection of what's going on in the inside of all of us. So do this in remembrance of me. Why would he want you to do that? Well, because we're all one. So when he tells you, I and the Father are one, and he says his prayer to the Father, take all of these, not one has been lost. It's one of his final prayers. I had it open, but I don't have it now. And what he's saying to the higher leveled up intelligence, the non-seen, the unseen, is, I did my job, I walked this path, I carried all there is with you, Father, in his being, in the world but not of it, and now I'm entrusting them back to you to take care of them. So he makes sort of an announcement to the higher universe. How would you visualize the higher universe? Just think of a perfect circle, 360, everywhere you look. So from the one that is all there is, there are these extensions of which Jesus is one, but he also knows he's not out here floating off in space. He's one aspect of the one, but they're always connected. So there could be extensions. People talk about a Merkaba wheel all over the place, but they're all from the same one. So there is a oneness to all of creation, of which we're ready to wake up and embrace that and get really happy about and deal with it and suck it up if you can't handle it on the one hand, but be relieved if you can handle it on the other. And the relief aspect is way more fun. So be relieved. We're all connected. We're all the same. Thank you, Bono, and you too. We're one, but we're not the same. We get to carry each other. And how are you carrying each other? Well, you are also in a human body, as was Jesus, as was every teacher that came to teach these profound insights into how to operate on this plane, on planet Earth, in the hologram that is the infinite reality for here and now, at this space, in this space and time. So we're one, and the oneness part is, ness is a sense of being, happiness, joyfulness, oneness. So it's a state of being, meditativeness, right? So you are a one having a state of being, in a state of being, at different moments in time with different emotional experiences. Gets very complex when you want to look at it from everyone's particular point of view, and that's the deliciousness of it. You can walk into Jamie Oliver's kitchen and you can make anything you want, but you're making food from the same source, the same planet, but you're playing with all these different ingredients. So you are a being, a human being, not a human doing, not a schlepper. Gotta move this, gotta move that, gotta do this, gotta do that. That'll wear you out and your body will be really, really tired. Your me, that is the infinitely intelligent vehicle that picks up markers and does all this stuff when you don't have to say, now move here, now move there. Just like your computers, you go with the flow, right? And it just automatically does what you want. So you are having a beingness. And you are connected, for lack of a better 0100 term. Back up to language, you are connect. So when all there is supporting itself, it's having an intelligent loop out question, answer, question, answer, question, answer, question, answer, which creates looks like a duality, but there's a triad in there because it's not just a question and an answer. It's also more than that. There's a third point to that, of which the word is escaping me right now. But there is a third reality that comes from what you can't see and what you can't think. And how to best explain that is everyone has a piece of the puzzle. Everyone has a piece of the pie. So U2 has a catalog of music that is vibrations and tones and notes and words that if you didn't understand English, they would just be sound. But when you run them through the filter of the infinite intelligence in your mind, they resonate with you for some reason because there's meaning for you there. There's messages because you are connected to all there is that is having this love affair, endless love. Doesn't have to be a love affair, but like, mother-child love, loving love, going out, coming in, going out, coming in, going out, coming in. Many people would be freaked out to realize that they're connected to everyone else in some way. But you can't get away from that because everything comes from the same one source. So the illusion that we're different was just an illusion. And throughout history, all the pieces of the puzzle, all the pieces of the treasure hunt that is planet Earth, I mean, it's the most amazing place to discover yourself and interact with other reflections of different emotions and different ideas and build and stuff. But Jesus is a great example that when a population is presented with these truths, sometimes they really freak out and they don't want to handle it. Even though it is what it is. And now, in this level of an ever-expanding infinite pie circle, enough people have had game of love experiences, awakenings, rendezvous points. Abraham Hicks has been around for 30 years teaching about vibration, teaching about reflection, teaching about your connectedness. Just one teacher, I mean many teachers have been teaching it, the power of now. But now the beautiful part is we are all eyes open, connected through the internet, able to, with our piece of the pie, communicate and put it all together as a massive world demonstration of how this entire universe, I don't mean just people on Earth, I'm talking the whole universe is in on this. The whole thing is here, whether you can see them or not, has been reflecting the answers to the requests of humanity over and over and over and over again. endlessly. So that when you are feeling lost or looking for something, you turn on a song and you're right back on track. You're like, wait a minute, no. And you wake up a little bit and you're not freaked out that you're being carried in a universe. You're the universe. You're your own section of the universe, but you're still a complete universe unto yourself. So when Jesus says, do unto others as you would have done to you, what he's saying is you're sending out a message to the universe that you are literally asking to receive back. Thank you, Bono. Here I go again. To give and receive is the same thing. We can't get in, we can't fall any further. We can't reach any higher if we can't feel ordinary love. It is a game of love. It is a game of letting go of all that crap. I made a joke with someone the other day, and I hope no one's offended, especially the Pope. But I was talking about, like, there's a place where we sort of let down all these walls, and if the Pope suddenly shows up on YouTube playing Minecraft with a bunch of little kids, we should all say, go you, you know? Like, yeah, tear down the walls. Video games are fine. It's innocent. These kids are having a good time. They're learning mathematics. They're learning to play. They're learning to run programs in their brain and use hand-eye coordination. Good for them, you know? And if Miley Cyrus is out building huts somewhere because she feels like it, we all say thank you. You don't say, oh God, it's Miley Cyrus. You just, everybody's doing their part. Everybody's doing what they're interested in. Everyone is here to express their portion, their piece of the puzzle of all there is in their own unique way, so that we can experience through observation even more astounding expressions of love. So it's not about better than or more money than or any of that. It's about everyone is a complete part of the whole. How they choose to experience themselves will come naturally. Believe me, children were born to be happy and want to have fun. The other junk is taught to them, where they end up, not to get too complicated, but, you know, acting out, pushing against. It's because they're knotted up trying to fit into these rules and systems that are not natural. They come from someone's, you know, I've said this before, I made $20 million and this is how I did it. That's awesome. That's awesome. Just bear in mind that people that are going to hear your story are going to find their own way and only probably take pieces of your tools that work for them for their expression, and they'll take it to a third level. And how that third level is created is from all of the invisible forces that you can't see, the seen and unseen, that are aware of you, that are watching you, that are living through you and in you. I mean, your body, you go to sleep at night and your body's got that, right? You're covered. It's good. And that are guiding you through impulses of intuition to what something you might enjoy. So your me, when Jesus is saying, do this in memory of me, the message is your body. For you, for the, because that's all you get. Really. That's it. You come in, you go out. So while you're here on this planet, in this life, be the light. Be the joy, be the love that you were born to be. And the frustrations come from banging around with people who want you to fit into their definitions of how life should be. But if we did that, Jack Kerouac would be completely incorrect. You know, here's to the crazy ones. Here's to the Steve Jobs that, through his own intuition, through his own guidance, who do you think told him, put an apple, a bitten apple on the back of that thing? That's the logo you need, right? Call it Apple. How priceless is that? Even if he knew that. Now fast forward to all of us awakening, can you see the cosmic joke? That when that comes out, who can fast forward to now that you can look back on it and be like, from Genesis, the apple. What's the apple? It's information. It's your eyes open. Eyes opening. And then they got freaked out because they were naked. And then they try to do what? What? Blame each other. It's your fault, it's your fault. But all those judgments have to go. We're all in this together. And playing the game of joy and light and love will naturally build everyone up without judgment. You've got to understand that the people in jail don't want to be there. And believe me, they wish they weren't. I mean, we make choices and then we want to make different ones. So allowing people the grace, and that's grace, to be the love that they were born to be and learn from their experiences and choices without condemning them. I've made so many mistakes. Hi mom, hi dad, hi bro. I've made so many mistakes. And there were moments in my life where I literally said to God, to the universe, to Jesus, to anyone who'll hear me, why am I such a freaking mess? Why do I make all these stupid choices? Every single one of them led me to another insight, another biblical unraveling, the unraveling of Revelation, the whole Bible, the book of Enoch, all of the signs and symbols in Native American culture, Egyptian culture, all the mathematics, how pi works, how infinity works. Because in me being stripped bare of all I held dear, all I had left was myself and my own thoughts. And in the lowest of the lowest of the low, with nothing, I discovered the darkness has intelligence. The darkness isn't evil. The darkness is where it all comes from. Where we all come from. Where we all burst forth from. And it is loving and kind and gentle and peaceful. It is a peace beyond understanding. No one should have to bottom out to remember how much they want to feel love. No one. And we don't have to do that anymore. We don't have to run so fast to try to get approval and push so hard to say we're okay and beat somebody into a corner to try to obey our rules and regulations. Because when you're doing that because you want control. You want to feel better. So you can just feel better and do it for you. And then we get off each other's backs. And we see that it was a big cosmic joke, but in the kindest sense of the word. That all the music came from a higher realm to lift you up. And all of the videos and games and stuff are a really great way to communicate and get together without beating the crap out of the planet anymore. So we can simplify our daily lives. If you want to, you don't have to. I mean, but you can really whittle out a lot of the garbage and the junk and the hoarding to try to fill the hole that's just a longing for home. And that home is invisible frequencies of peace and love and appreciation for yourself. And when you feel that peace and love and appreciation for yourself, you don't do things that hurt other people. You don't want to. Why would you? You don't go steal things or beat people up because you're not in pain anymore. Everybody deserves it, right? Okay. So, we're all connected, and take care of your me. Please play the game of love so we can see how it rolls. This is fun. You know, leave anonymous little notes to yourself around. Post them, hashtag World Love Note. We're spreading one big, huge World Love Note all over the world and running it on the web. That's it. We're all in this together. It's really, really simple. We all volunteered to do our part. Oh, that's another thing. So when you're in your neighborhood, this is awesome. So there's pockets. There's people, right? So here's the planet. And when you're over here beaming, and we're each beaming in our own little spots, this whole world, since we're all the same soul, this whole planet amps up. We don't even know what's coming next. It's going to be one grand surprise. But that's what we're doing here. Yay. It's going to amp up a whole new notch of love. Whole new notch of love. Like when Bono says music can change the world because it can change people, it can change you. It can change you. It can gently call you to awaken and see the clues and see the game and all of that. But even more importantly, you'll have more fun. And even more importantly, you'll be having more fun, and you'll be creating more instead of consuming more. You'll be laughing more instead of loathing more, kind of deal, right? So playing the game of love is this guy leaves a note for him, who 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 leaves a note for him, him. And what ends up happening? Where are people focused? On love and kindness. Instead of feeling lack, they're feeling abundance. The abundance of the ability to do life in joy. That's pretty awesome stuff right there. Because the more we focus our attention on spreading, the more we focus on something, it spreads. If you ignore it, meh. So we focus and it spreads. Lastly, I feel compelled to put it out there. There's a lot of questions about the Bible, about physics, science, and all of that, and how it works. I mean, it works. But how to wrap our heads around that. If anybody ever wants any more information, I'd be happy to have those conversations. I love talking about that stuff. Or maybe I'll do some videos on it. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening to the Oneness, and have a great day.